Flooding can happen any time of year, regardless of the season. If you're out driving while the roads are As we take a look across the southern U.S., we have had quite a bit of rain in some unique areas just in the past month. We had some of that moisture in western Texas, a little bit more than we'd expect for this time of year. A lot of heavy rain working its way towards the Rio Grande earlier this past month. And yes, we have seen more and more rain develop across Arkansas into Kentucky just in the past couple of hours. So we have had the rainfall. Now we get a chance to dry out. That's some good news here. It is going to be a chilly day, though, while we do it. Temperatures staying well below historical averages. 51 to rebound really nicely, so high pressure in control, and that's going to put our numbers up as we head throughout the day. In fact, back into the upper 60s for a place like Oklahoma City and Dallas. This is going to feel at least a little bit more spring-like for us back into As we talk about some of the changes across the north central U.S., enjoy kind of a open windows day for some locations. Minneapolis, 60 degrees for that high as we head through your Sunday coming in, which means for some of you that have a nice Sunday, you're going to see the numbers fall as we head across the upper Midwest, parts of the Great Lakes, even some of the northern plains. The numbers for tomorrow, 37 for the high in far. The water continuing to rise. Thanks for joining us on AccuWeather Weekend. I'm Melissa Constanzer. As we continue to watch all the flooding that's been unfolding across the area, you can see there are big constraints, unfortunately, for rivers, creeks, streams. All of this will continue for days in some locations. Well, as we mentioned, we've got a lot of weather to follow as we continue to follow some of those reports coming through. Let's take you across the nation and start you off with satellite and radar. There is still that moist flow coming in from the south, still showers and thunderstorms across Louisiana, even eastern Texas. Getting into Mississippi and Alabama, though, that's where some of the strongest thunderstorms are at this point in time and some of the heaviest rain. There is still rain, though, extending from northeastern Texas into Ohio and Pennsylvania. So for those areas that are contending with flooding, we haven't fully dried out. There is still some drizzle and some showery weather around, and it's going to take some time to move this storm system out of here. It's a chilly day while we do so. 51 in Dallas. We go to 49 in Chicago. New York City, though nothing like the severe weather we've had. By the way, this past week we have seen 16 deaths, unfortunately, 3 of them just from flooding alone. So it has been a very stormy time. We don't quite get to that magnitude across the Northeast, but there could be some thunderstorms places like Washington, D.C. and Philadelphia. We await the snow to come in. There's a new storm system working over in the southeast. The front is slow moving, but it's going to start to push offshore as we head through Monday and more so into Tuesday. It'll clear out. Behind it, some very cool air on the backside. So just because you're getting rid of the rain doesn't mean it's all nice and back to normal as usual. We will have those temperatures below historical average in places like Nashville, only in the upper 50s. You'll notice Jackson struggling to make it to 60 degrees. Actually, a good chunk of the day spent in Monday night and Tuesday morning. Things clear offshore, we quiet down and dry out, the exception of the Florida Peninsula, which actually wants the rain this time of year due to the fire risk that remains around. As you look for severe weather, though, we could find that with a few thunderstorms into Monday afternoon. The rain, there could be some puddling, ponding, or even worse, a little bit of minor flooding ongoing. As we talk about Tuesday, behind that, please remember to use some caution as you are traveling about certain areas in these upcoming days. We're still trying to get rid of the flooding. Creeks, rivers, and streams can be rising at any point in time, and that easily can take away cars. In fact, just 12 inches takes away cars. We've known of at least one fatality of a person on foot getting swept away in the floodwaters, so some very sad situations there. At night, it's very hard to see how deep that water is when you are driving, so be especially cautious. And then, too, after the flooding has come and gone, remember that